What's up, TikTok?
All right, so 7 years ago, I had a Nacho Place storefront. I made some mistakes, but it's been 7 years, and Reddit is still bashing me hard.
Roll 2, scene 2, take 4.
My original idea behind this was that we'd be interviewing our main subject, Chris, who is the creator of Nacho Empire and 911 Nacho, and basically the center of this entire story.
Okay, Chris is not really replying.
Oh, how many messages did you send?
A lot.
Too many.
Like, I don't want to come off like I'm pestering him, but
yeah,
it's gonna be a bit tricky to do a documentary without him because it's about him.
So it kind of all started in mid-July of 2013. We saw a post from Nacho Man asking for recommendations on good places to get nachos. About a week later, he made another post saying he just didn't seem satisfied with the responses he got, so he was going to start his own nacho restaurant. And it wasn't much longer after that when he actually opened the restaurant. I think it was around October 1st of that year. He was opening the restaurant already, and people were pretty surprised because it had gone from a simple Reddit post to a full-fledged restaurant, in just a couple of months.
So we're on our way right now to the site of the original Nacho Empire restaurant. Looking forward to it. Hoping maybe there's some people around we can talk to or something. I was really looking forward to seeing how the building would look, given how long it just hasn't been a business for. And I think it was definitely a bit rougher than we were really expecting it to be. And we also weren't expecting for there to be someone living upstairs.
This is sketchy.
Nope. Nobody home.
I made some mistakes. It didn't end very well. Almost every post that has nachos in London, Ontario subreddit will say Nacho Empire, long live, blah, 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 blah. Because they have nothing else to do.
We came all the way out here. No one wants to talk in there or in any of these buildings, so yeah, I don't think we're going to be getting any more out of this, to be honest. We definitely left a little bit disappointed that nobody had wanted to talk to us about the restaurant, but I mean, we also kind of understood because it had been out of business for over 8 years at that point. Yeah, I guess we got to just keep trying Chris. Maybe we can get him somehow. Hard to say at this point. About halfway through the first month of being in business, we started to see people posting about the nachos and that they weren't the best. They weren't the worst, but like for the price, you could do a lot better just making them at home yourself for maybe half that. But no, he just kind of stuck with his own thing. And when we say his own thing too, it really was. He didn't want to offer green onions, for example. There was even posts around that time of people saying that they were getting nachos without salsa. He just wanted to run his business a little differently, I guess. So on the 6th of December, 66 days after opening, they made a post announcing that they were going out of business. They never reopened. A lot of people were speculating on different causes for closure. The main one was that it failed its health inspection.
I made some mistakes. Ended up having a structural issue that caused rats to get in the building, so it didn't end very well, and I had to close.
So once the restaurant closed, it was kind of radio silence on Nacho Empire for a very long time. We didn't hear anything until maybe 6 years later when Chris announced that he was going to try it again. He made a Facebook post saying like, hey, who would really like to see this as a food truck? And there was no response at all. And then almost exactly a year later to the day, he made the exact same post, but in all capitals. And 2 days after that.
Welcome back. We're back. So years ago, we started a Nacho Place storefront in London, Ontario. It's not what we wanted, but it's what we had to go with. But it didn't work out. We made some mistakes, but we are back at it about 7 years later, and this is where we wanted to start. We're gonna make this bad boy into a food truck. You guys are all gonna stay along for the ride, so stay tuned and check out the truck that we bought.
Not long after, he was posting update videos. They were gutting the ambulance, ripping stuff out, cutting the roof off, and the idea was he'd have this amazing nacho delivery vehicle that he could drive to a party or your house or anything, park up in your driveway, cook you a fresh plate of nachos, and it'd be great. It's so unique. I think the novelty of having an ambulance pull up at your house that just makes you nachos is something that would actually appeal to people. Sadly though, we just haven't seen a lot of updates. It's been
maybe like a year since, actually it's been a year and a half since he got the ambulance, but it's been probably over a year since we saw any updates on it. It looks like all he's done is just kind of rip apart a working ambulance.
Alright, so this was the ambulance cabinet, but we destroyed it.
It was sad to see it come to that. I really kind of hoped for a bit more for Chris. He dreamed really big, but it doesn't look like this ambulance is going any further, and that's part of why I really wanted to talk to him. I want to see how this ambulance has developed since he's gotten it and what he intends to keep doing. But again, it's just been very difficult to get a hold of him. I actually started messaging him before I even pitched this as a documentary. When I was talking to him too, I was trying to schedule a shoot and everything, and I said, hey, maybe you can drive out somewhere and meet us with the ambulance. The ambulance does not run. So again, a bit difficult to run your business out of it, but what can you do? I've been talking to him about as long as Nacho Empire was actually in business, and I still haven't been able to schedule an interview with him.
This is gonna be it. This is gonna be a feature. We're gonna figure out how to make this a thing. This is gonna be the future of Nacho whatever. We're coming back. The comeback is being made.